Hey everybody, it's Steph from the OddWorld Gamer along with Scott Devin Kane, and welcome back to another episode of the Retro Indie Pictures Podcast.
We are back again for more gaming news and gaming guilty pleasures of SDK admitting he likes things that he probably shouldn't, but you know, he does anyway. You know, same shit every week. You know how it is. So, OWG, how's your gaming week been?
It's been a week. I don't know what the days of the week are anymore. Today I wasn't sure if it was Monday or Saturday, but it's Thursday, so Robin's like, oh, podcast, and I'm like, oh, yeah, podcast tonight.
Right,
I forgot.
Today.
So,
shit.
I was like, yeah, I don't want to miss a podcast because I was dumb enough to forget it, so.
Right. I mean, fair enough. Okay, so listen. For me to remember that a specific game came out today, I put a notice on my phone that said, by the way, this game is coming out today. Don't forget about it. Okay. Yeah. So it was just like, oh yeah, shit, that is coming out today. Alright, cool. So, you know, we got that go. But that game, I still have my glasses on. I didn't realize that. Not bad. Anyway, so that might have been Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah, no one jumped on that game immediately. Now, you, I don't mind because, well, you're in the same wheelhouse as me. There's not many games that you're like, oh, brand new game that everyone wants to play, I'm going to jump on it. But, like, so many other people did, though. Just for that reason, I'm just like, fuck. But no, yeah, I'm glad that you did because now we get to know what the game is like.
So, if we are to talk about Streets of Rage 4, since I'm not doing it in my articles, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, but if we are to talk about Streets of Rage 4 right now, I'm going to tell you without question, it is the best Streets of Rage game ever made.
Oh wow!
Oh, it is so good. It is amazingly good. The way that they've changed around special moves, I love. I absolutely love it. The soundtrack is amazing. It is extremely Streets of Rage. So you get all that good beat 'em up action and all that good stuff. You get that frustrating, oh, these guys are cheap sort of thing, because, you know, that's how Streets of Rage beat 'em ups go. You know, you always got those enemies that are going to be cheap asses. You know, that just goes right along with the genre. The art style is amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. There's a ton of unlockable characters. There's 17 characters in all, and you only start with 5.
Which is still not bad. That's still a lot for a beat-em-up game.
Yeah. So, I've already beat the game with Blaze. I've already beat the game with Axel. Oof. The game is so good.
Yeah,
and
I want to play
well.
it really bad, too.
It paces extremely well. You never feel like you're in a single level for too long, but you don't ever feel like a level is too short. You know? So, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, it's the best Streets of Rage ever.
Nice.
It's without a shadow of a doubt. And the price tag's not too terrible. I think it's $24.99 right now.
Honestly, for being a Streets of Rage game, that's not a terrible price. 2, for being a new Streets of Rage game, is not a terrible price. And 3, for all these extra download or unlockable characters that you can get from the original series, that's well worth the money. In my opinion, that is well worth the money.
Oh yeah.
So
and also like getting all like the game style, like the way that you play the game is very different between characters. It's very different. It's not just the same like, oh, every character has the same special or all that sort of stuff. How you play the game and how you go through it is definitely going to be different from character to character, which is great because it's not like you're going to play the same game over and over again. Tactics on bosses are going to be different depending on who you play with. Like, I would say the final boss with Blaze was easier than it was with Axel, but bosses earlier in the game were definitely easier with Axel than they were with Blaze. So, like, the styles are going to be different. The characters, like, you know, how much damage they do or how much they can take up. And, you know, but like all these old characters are making appearances. Like, you know, Max makes an appearance. Adam makes an appearance. You know, it's just ooh. I hope Shiva is going to be a playable character because he shows up in the game. It's like, oh, it's really good, super good. I absolutely recommend it for anybody who's a Streets of Rage fan. Please go pick it up. It's really, really, really good.
I might need it.
And there's online play.
I know, that's the best part, dude.
Just saying.
Oh, I did finally touch my indie source game, Everreach. Huh. Oh, you didn't see that, did you? It has plenty of potential, but it's very clunky. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
I'll get to mine eventually. You know, when Dragon Quest and Streets of Rage don't pick up my life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know. I hear you.
But anyway.
I didn't say they were Animal Crossing dudes. Anyways, yeah, let's get to the actual podcast.
Yeah, it's alright. So, now that I've gushed completely about Streets of Rage 4, don't buy it, we will go into SDK's portion of podcast, which is SDK's news, brought to you, as always, by VG247 and Destructoid.com. So, we're going to start out with a little bit of a disappointment here. Nintendo Direct presentation is not going to be happening in June. Nintendo Direct may not air a Nintendo Direct in June, according to a report. With cancellation of E3 2020, it was expected Nintendo would host a Nintendo Direct in June to showcase its upcoming slate. Nintendo said when the ESA canceled E3 2020, it would continue to be flexible and would redirect its efforts to other ways to keep folks up to date on announcements and its upcoming slate for 2020. The presentation may not happen, though, according to VentureBeat report. Nintendo said to have told its partners it won't be hosting a Nintendo Direct in June due to complications surrounding Japan's work-from-home order in the wake of COVID-19. It appears that the next Direct from the company will instead air sometime this summer, per today's report.
June is summer.
It goes on to state Nintendo
It's one of those games.
My God, here we go already with this. It goes on to state the Nintendo Direct for June would have highlighted the 35th anniversary of the Mario series. It is said the presentation would also have revealed the rumored Super Mario remasters. These remasters are said to include 1997's Super Mario 64, nice. 2002 Super Mario Sunshine, and 2007 Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh,
dude. New installment of Paper Mario and deluxe version of 2013's Super Mario 3D World are also reportedly in the works. We did talk about that last week.
Oh, yeah, but we did not know about Super Mario Sunshine, Galaxy, Super Mario 64, and a new installment of Paper Mario. Right. Oh, Robin is going to poop herself.
I mean, I think that, you know, we did get a re-release of Super Mario 64 on the 3DS.
Which I heard was okay, but it wasn't spectacular by any means.
Yeah, it was, like, I played a bit of it, and I wasn't really a super fan of it. I would have rather had the N64 controls, to be completely honest with you. I've never really been a super huge fan of Mario 64. I will eventually have to go back and play it at some point. But if they're going to remaster it and, like, throw it on the Switch, I could probably wait. I'm just going to say, you know, I would be okay with waiting for like Super Mario 64 remastered or something like that, or you know, just so that we have it on this console, like on the Switch console. I think it would be a lot easier for like newer generations of players who haven't had the opportunity to play Mario 64 to give them the opportunity to play the game, because it's pretty good. You know, it's never been like my favorite, but it's always been a decent game. So, and I have not played Super Mario Galaxy. It's
Super Mario Galaxy is actually a fun game once you start playing it.
Okay. I know. Again, it'll be one of those, like, when they do a re-release of it or something like that, I could pick it up then. You know, instead of trying to, like, you know, get out the old, what was that, on Wii U, I think it was? Or on Wii, I'm not... hell if I know.
Galaxy was on Wii, yeah.
Wii, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of cool things to be looking forward to. Super Mario 3D World, a deluxe version of that, is going to be coming. So, I haven't got to play 3D World like we said last week. We played all the other like the Mario Brothers Wii, Mario Brothers Wii U, Luigi Wii U, all that stuff. I played all those, but Super Mario 3D World, I have not had the opportunity to play, and I'm looking forward to that. So, got that coming. So moving on. So this was something that I found a little interesting.
Everyone's been playing Valorant.
So Valorant is like the new Epic Games. Not Epic Games. Riot Games. I'm sorry. Riot Games' new FPS, and it has an anti-cheat. There are problems with it. The new Valorant anti-cheat system, Vanguard, blocks legitimate apps even when Valorant isn't running. Players have taken to social media to express their concerns about the Valorant anti-cheat system disabling other apps on their computer. One Twitter user posted a screenshot of Valorant blocking another app from loading on their PC, which you can see below. So the tweet says, I can't believe people at Riot thought pretend to be a shitty virus scanner and block apps randomly was the correct answer instead of disable playing the game until you reboot. Like, holy shit, this is a video game or an enterprise asset control system. The same thread contains information about the pop-up that prompts players to reconsider whether or not they want to disable Vanguard, even though doing so is the only way of re-accessing the apps it's restricting. So there's a big old thing. So there's the error screen here. Vanguard has blocked the following thing. Notepad. It blocked Notepad.
What? Wait, where? I'm trying to see where that is. Where the notepad is.
In that white box there. Riot with the warning sign there is. Vanguard has blocked the following file from loading on your computer. See Windows System 32.
Notepad.exe. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I didn't read that first part. What?
This was necessary for us to do to maintain competitive integrity in our games. To opt out, please right-click on the Vanguard notification icon and select Exit Vanguard. Note, this will put your system in an untrusted state. You will have to restart in order to play games that depend on Vanguard's functionality.
Jesus.
The reasoning provided in the pop-up window says that these are necessary precautions designed to maintain competitive integrity in Riot's games. It also mentions that opting out places your system in an untrusted state, and you will be unable to regain access to Valorant unless you have rebooted your computer. Riot posted an official response to the situation on Reddit, but said post has been received with a certain degree of flack, primarily for trivializing valid concerns about personal security and app blocking by posing hypothetical questions in cutesy and innocuous ways. Some free PR advice for the Valorant team. Stop being so cutesy when it comes to serious and valid questions. 5. Ever since I installed Vanguard, I noticed that my toaster started producing soggy bread. What should I do?
Do you really want to start because you're going to get some real fucking rude people coming over if you're going to do shit like that. I don't even play Valorant and I want to go over and respond to that fucking question.
The post itself notes that Riot is trying very hard to minimize the amount of software it blocks using Vanguard. Most players will never run into such a scenario, he continues. Vanguard will always notify you if it blocks or modifies anything on your system. We believe in transparency. However, these clarifications have yet to quell concerns, with players listing a variety of apps that shouldn't be blocked by Vanguard, but for some reason have. Trying to see, that doesn't say. The
blocks hardware monitor too? Dude, this is ridiculous.
Blocks HW monitor. The NZXT cam is not showing CPU temps anymore, but as soon as I quit Vanguard, my temps and pump speeds are back. Worst part is that the case fans are dependent on my CPU temps, so I have no control over my fans if I want to play Valorant. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. See, and I use HW monitor as well for that kind of stuff. Just because once in a while you want to check on your system. Is it running smoothly? Is it doing what it's supposed to do? Yes? Okay, great. But when something's blocking you from, like Notepad and... Oh my god, man. Like, that's terrible. Like, how is this an anti-cheat?
Although the post is informative in terms of self-diagnosing issues arising from Vanguard's activity, it also contains several strange and offbeat comments about people willing to solder a computer part from Siberia to cheat, and at one point mentions that no, we're not selling your data to China. These comments only serve to accentuate the aforementioned point about trivial responses to legitimate public concern, further dismissing the severity of people attempting to address their own personal computer safety. Recent concerns aside, Riot seems serious when it comes to the practical side of maintaining a stalwart anti-cheat system, offering bounties of up to $100,000 to players who report exploits in the Valorant anti-cheat system or software. On top of this, Valorant team members have been transparent about why Vanguard needs to run even when you aren't playing.
So basically what they're saying is, hey guys, we just found something for Peter to do. Peter, go over and get Valorant. I know he's not here right now, but Peter needs to get Valorant, find all the exploits in their anti-cheat software, and just retire.
Make some money. Make some money. I mean, my God.
My God, man. That is... Oh, man.
This is like the most... We spent the greater part of the last 6 months talking about Stadia. And this, I think, tops the cake of what the fuck? Like, seriously? Riot? You guys think you're so fucking important that you put this shit in your game that is so strict on shit people can't use their fucking notepad without your okay? Are you kidding? That people are now unable to keep track of the well-being of their $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 machine because you think they might be cheating? Like, how fucking self-important do you guys feel right now?
I mean, if the game wasn't running and it still blocks this stuff, which is what a lot of people are saying, then yeah, that's an issue, because if the game is not running, then there's no point for me blocking anything, because what are you doing, cheating at nothing? Like, right. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. But for something like, I know you're wondering, like, well, you know, this whole notepad thing, like, why would they block that? Well, people might use a notepad with macros on it where it just goes down through lines of different code to regurgitate them to, you know, spit it back into the game. Which, okay, I can understand that, but hardware monitor? Like, again, like, in what way will that ever affect your game? Like, oh, hey, I'm running hot, so now I know that I can lag some. I don't understand how that would affect it.
I'm going to turn my fans up another 100 RPMs because my CPU core is starting to get a little warm. Oh, sorry, guys. No, you're not allowed to do that.
That's cheating. How dare you have a better CPU?
Like, get the fuck out of here. I mean,
but yeah,
Brian, you're already a company that's making money hands over fist with League of Legends because you're able to release new characters every month or so and make millions and millions of dollars over digital skins because people can't help themselves. I mean, come the fuck on.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, to think that your new game is so fucking important that you have to be monitoring what people are doing at all times, even when they're not playing the game. You think your game's so damn important that everything people are doing on their computers outside of your game is going to be an attempt to cheat at the game.
While you're not playing.
Like, come on. Like, this is just the highest form of just fucking narcissism. And also, I feel like this is... it's borderline illegal. Because, like, they're monitoring what you're doing on your computer even when you're not playing their game.
The game, exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's that kind of shit that's more worrying, is that why is an anti-cheat system working when the game isn't on? That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
I mean, we very well could go over to this article right over here, and they explain why it's necessary, and I almost kind of want to.
Yeah, exactly. It's an invasion of privacy.
It's just, it really is. It's an absolute invasion of privacy, because what I do with my computer when I'm not playing your game is absolutely none of your fucking business. I don't need your permission to beat off at 3 o'clock in the morning to some porn without your okay.
Or 3 in the afternoon, whichever you prefer.
3 in the afternoon. It depends, you know? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Exactly.
It's just, that sort of stuff is none of your goddamn business. It's none. And what I do with my computer at any given time, when I'm not specifically playing your game, is none of your fucking concern. That, plain and simple. And for the fact for you to tell me to be able to do what I want on my PC and then be able to play your game, I have to restart my computer and restart your anti-cheat just to be allowed to play it again? Fuck you.
Yep. Anyway.
It's time to move on.
Yeah.
It's time to move on. Anyway. So, this is something that I found.
Yes!
Has launched a full fan-made Diablo 2 remake. A modder has released a full-fledged fan-made Diablo 2 remake, including all of the content and classes from the original game. The remake is called Reign of Terror and is built in Create Engine's Grim Dawn, a far more contemporary ARPG set in a similarly apocalyptic fantasy world. Reign of Terror is a full remake, not a 1v1 or not a 1-to-1 copy, of the classic ARPG Diablo 2, notes the mod's designer Ram in its description. It includes all content and classes present from the original Diablo 2, including its expansion, Lord of Destruction. In addition to this, as is the Grim Dawn mod, it also features all Grim Dawn classes and items, and all of the core mechanics. The description continues. So, in a sense, this mod juxtaposes Diablo 2 DNA with the modernity of Grim Dawn, and is designed to culminate in a full-scale contemporary remake of Blizzard's classic ARPG. In order to access the Diablo 2 remake, however, you'll need to own Grim Dawn plus both of its expansions. To play Reign of Terror, you need the base game as well as Ashes of Malmuth and Forgotten Gods expansion, the description says. There are manual downloads per patch available, but also a Reign of Terror launcher, which does all the updating automatically. Ram reckons this is the closest fans will get to a proper Diablo 2 remake. Since the core mechanics cannot be changed, a perfect Diablo 2 replica is not possible, Ram writes in the description. This is as close as it can be. Given that there probably won't be a Diablo 2 remaster, this fan-made Diablo 2 remake is possibly the best bet if you want to play a modern version of the classic ARPG. In terms of other potential Diablo news, Blizzard recently announced that it's still too early to know whether or not BlizzCon 2020 will go ahead, so this could be the most significant Diablo development you'll hear for a while.
Now, the first thing I'm going to say is that, Scott, with it being a fan remake, how long is it going to be before Blizzard's all like, no, can't do this?
Mm-hmm.
So, we need to get this as quickly as possible so we can play it.
Right?
And then once they try to take it off, we still have it. So, we're good then.
Yeah, I mean, Grim Dawn and its expansions, let's see, let's do some quick math here.
Let's see if I have this already.
16 is 41 plus. It's probably going to run you close to $60.
Ooh.
But if Diablo 2 Remake came out for $60, would you get it? Probably.
Yeah.
Just going to say, you probably would.
Yeah.
And so would a lot of other people.
Yeah. Our community would be all over that shit.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, hell yes, we'd be all over that. We were all over Diablo 2 and we were just like, hey, you guys want to play a LAN game? And like 5 of us were like, fuck yeah. Because Diablo 2 is fun. It's super fun. And the fact that Blizzard has not gone back and remastered it and just re-released it is like, do you guys not like money or something? It's like, is this a thing? Do you guys just not want to print money? I mean, you don't have to change the game at all. Retexture everything. Make everything available on, Battle.net now, because I still cannot access my Diablo 2 online because Blizzard is dumb, even though I love them. I'll throw that out there. I love you, Blizzard, but some of your policies are a little stupid. But
a lot of game companies are like that, dude.
Yeah. I love you, Capcom, but you make some stupid choices.
I love you, Nintendo, but why you let people buy amiibos and sell them for more money?
Yeah. So, yeah, you're probably not wrong. A cease and desist is probably coming in the near future with it, but
do it fast.
If you guys are interested in it, you have this to go with. Like I said, Grim Dawn plus all of its expansions will run you roughly $60, so maybe you'll have enough time to see if it goes on sale. Maybe. But I would say it would probably be in your best interest to pick it up sooner than later so that you can mod the whole thing before Blizzard does its thing. Anyway, moving on. Nintendo is closing the eShop in 42 countries for the 3DS and the Wii U. A recent announcement from Nintendo support has confirmed that an imminent closure of the limited Nintendo eShop for the 3DS and Wii U systems across a whopping 42 countries. The statement originally appeared on the official Nintendo support page for the Americas. As of July 31st, 2020, the limited eShops for the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U systems have been facilitated. Maybe try that again. As of July 31st, 2020, the limited eShops for the Nintendo 3DS and the Wii U systems that have facilitated game code redemptions in recent years will be completely closed in 42 countries across Latin America and the Caribbean. According to the statement, users in the affected regions will no longer be able to access the eShops to redeem a download code, re-download software, or update the software, so we encourage users to take any such actions before the closure date. Also, any software that requires the limited Nintendo eShop to operate may cease to function. The statement also includes an addendum to tell you that Mexico and Brazil will be unaffected by the closure. Nintendo has offered a brief guide on what to do if you reside in the affected region, asking that players take action before the end of July. The recommended precaution included re-downloading any previously downloaded titles, checking the eShop for any updates available for already purchased software, and redeeming any download code they have not yet to redeem. We encourage anyone with unredeemed codes. Yeah, we just read that. The given reasoning behind the closure is mostly bureaucratic jargon, with the FAQ section devoted to why this closure is taking place simply reading, we consistently reevaluate our business and make decisions based on a variety of factors. In the section of the future plans being answered with we have nothing to announce on this topic. Mexico and Brazil are unaffected due to the fact that full eShops are available in those countries. So there is a list of the countries in alphabetical order. Argentina, the Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Bermuda, Bolivia, British Virgin Islands. There's a whole list of these things. In related eShop news, players in China have been prohibited from accessing Animal Crossing New Horizons without switching regions. Meanwhile, Wii U title Super Mario 3D World could be coming to Switch alongside the beloved Wonderful 101. The Wonderful 101. Jeez. So, this is the start of what I've been saying has been going on for some time now, and Nintendo refuses to admit. And it's plain and simple. This is dying.
It's not only that, it's also the fact that there's not enough people in those countries for them to warrant to keep open servers just for their eShops.
Right, and
so they're paying. So they're paying for these servers for limited amounts of people who are probably on their Switches or whatever at the time too. Because as you said, they are dying out. So people are saying, okay, well, I'm not playing my 3DS, and then Nintendo's saying, okay, we've had 4 people access the eShop from Jamaica in the past month. So yeah, maybe we should close down there too. You know what I mean? Like it just it makes sense, but at the same time, people always want to know what's going on just because it doesn't hurt to have transparency.
Right. And it's like, it's kind of sad because like the 3DS, man, it had like a huge run, and there were times when I was on this thing constantly.
I still want like every single variation. I'm sorry.
Right? But it's like Nintendo is refusing to admit that they don't care about this thing anymore, and that's I wish they would just out and say it, that like the 3DS is dead.
Yeah,
it has been for a while. And I can't tell you the last time something came out on it that I was super excited about, outside of the new Metroid title that they absolutely had to make because of AM2R. And the sad thing about that is that you can tell that they absolutely rushed that new Metroid game because it's terrible. I don't like it at all. And it's a Metroid game, and I'm, if I am not the biggest Metroid fan that you know, I am going to be surprised. But, as Nintendo and all those companies do, it's like, oh, well, we don't want you to be making these games better than we do, so here's our game. You have to cease and desist this freaking game that's way better than what we put out. It's like, I don't understand. Like, Samus Returns was a franchise that had absolutely no intention of ever coming back. I don't understand the need to have remade Samus Returns because it was not one of the better titles of the series. I know that people might argue with me with that, but in my opinion, it was kind of like on the low tier of the Metroid games. But because Nintendo sees that people are making fan games that are actually good, now we have to pump out this piece of crap and throw it on the 3DS.
Pump it out, Scott. Pump it out.
What's that?
Pump it out.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like, just get this Metroid game out there so we can properly cease and desist this thing, so people can enjoy a good game. Whatever. But, so yeah, this right here, 42 countries are going to be losing their 3DS and Wii U eShops, and I feel it's only a matter of time. I'm going to even say by the end of this year, they're just going to straight out be like, listen, the eShops for the Wii U and 3DS are just going to be done.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason for me to pick up that 3DS and play a game on it when I could just very well get the same game on the Switch and enjoy it a lot better. At least in my opinion. Anyway. So, moving on.
Before you go on to this, I was hoping that you weren't going to find this, that I could surprise you with it, but then you listed all your news and it's like, you found out.
I've already downloaded it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I was hoping to surprise you, but that's cool.
So, y'all can grab Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 for free on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. You can download and keep Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 for free from today. Bandai Namco has announced making Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 free for everyone right now through to May 10th. People around the globe are doing their part to change their life and work styles in order to battle the COVID-19 pandemics at the company. We have put into action initiatives to support and safeguard the health of our employees, their families, and friends, as well as our customers, vendors, and our communities. Our vision is to follow the slogan word for word and provide more fun for everyone. We are striving to provide entertainment that everyone can enjoy and hope we can bring smiles and laughter to video game players throughout the world during this difficult time. Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 is available to download and keep through PC through Steam, and console users can grab it off the respective stores for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So I have played a lot of Pac-Man Championship Edition Deluxe. I still have a top, I think it's 0.08 percentile on one of the maps. Like, that's one of my high scores on one of the maps, is like of the top 0.08 percentile of the entire world. I'm ranked like in the top 200 out of like 600,000 high scores. So I played me some Pac-Man Championship Edition. It is not your traditional Pac-Man game. It is not going to be one of those like go collect the dots, finish the stage. That's how it works. Championship Edition doesn't quite work that way. It's a little bit different. It's about following patterns and being able to eat like 70 ghosts at once. If that sounds fun to you, I would say to go and download it now. It's free, and what have you got to lose other than lots of Pac-Man lives,
True.
But it's, I would say, Championship Edition DX Plus is the one that I've played a lot of. I haven't played Championship Edition 2 yet. I probably will sometime tonight, because I'm kind of been playing Streets of Rage 4 and haven't played it yet. But I'm definitely going to give it a try tonight, so you guys have until May 10th to get your free copy of it. Remember how we say that there's too many freaking games?
Are we going to your next one here?
Yeah.
Brought to you by Destructoid? Mm-hmm.
Brought to you by Destructoid.com. Remember how we say all the time that there's too many freaking games?
Yeah. Oh!
Yeah. BPM, bullets per minute, is the rhythm game shooter I didn't know I needed. BPM, bullets per minute, would be cool enough if it was a typical FPS about raiding dungeons to stop the underworld from invading Asgard, but it has an eyebrow-raising twist. It's also a rhythm game. Put another way, all of your actions and the actions of your enemies are tied to the beat of the music. The game is going for a rock opera feel and a roguelike hook. The energetic combat is informed by retro shooters of the 90s and the hell was that? I'm sorry. And as a Valkyrie, you'll be able to double jump, dash, rocket jump, and bunny hop to evade your opponents. There are 5 characters and 40-some items to buff them. Your goal is to take out 7 bosses and face the final big bad Nidhogg. Oh, and look cool doing it. All of your weapons have a different behavior for firing and reloading to the beat of the soundtrack. Bullets per minute isn't the first I've heard of a rhythm shooter fusion, but all interactive execution looks fantastic. Again, if Monster Shooting Concept had traditional gameplay without any of the on-the-beat mechanics layered on top, it'd still be semi-interesting. It'd still be something. With the music angle, it stands out even more. All Interactive is concentrating on finalizing the PC version, but the studio intends to bring some game to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Bring the game, I'm sorry. The developers say that they'd like to see a Switch version at some point. Crypt of the Necrodancer worked as a roguelike and a rhythm game. I'm hoping the same could be said of BPM. I don't know if you had the sound on for that.
No, I didn't, because I probably could get hit for copyright.
Probably. I watched the trailer of this.
Mm-hmm. Jesus.
It is really good. I am, you guys know me, I am a real big rhythm game player. I love DDR, I've been playing TJ Maxx V a lot over the last month. I think I have like 80 fucking hours on the game over the last month. It's the TJ Maxx. I have 70 hours. I'm sorry, I have 70 hours on the game in the last month. But I like me some first-person shooters like this. The games that look like Doom and that sort of stuff. You know, I love this sort of thing. And the fact that it's going to be something like, it's going to be like Crypt of the Necrodancer, except it's an FPS. I cannot wait for this game. This looks, just when you get the opportunity, Stefan, just listen to the actual trailer, and it is, by the looks of it, just without the music on, it does look pretty cool. With the music on, Anyway, moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, we actually remembered to do it this week. I didn't have to go scrounging for it myself. We have the Epic Game Store freebies for this week. Thank you, Destructoid.com. It's not too late to rediscover Amnesia: The Dark Descent, especially when it's free to keep. The survivor horror adventure has taken on a life of its own since the original PC release in 2010. Excuse me. You don't need to have played Amnesia to know roughly what it's about, why it got so popular, or how it influenced the genre for years. Many of us greatly prefer Fictional Games' 2015 underwater sci-fi horror game Soma over the original Amnesia, but it still deserves recognition. It's a gaming icon. It's been a few years for me, but I'm pretty confident the run away from horrible sanity-shattering monsters before it's too late format still works in 2020. You know, because people play Dead by Daylight. It still works. Also, Dead by Daylight's a pretty good game. You should play it. Maybe it's not quite as potent nowadays. The graphics don't hold up as well as they used to, but the paranoid tension should be there in spades. With a sequel coming later this year, in time for the 10th anniversary, a revisit might be in order soon. If you've never managed to snag a PC copy of Amnesia: The Dark Descent, it's free today on Junior. It's free today on the Epic Games Store, along with Crashlands, a crafting-centric action RPG about a stranded galactic trucker. Excuse me. The two games will be claimable until Thursday, May 7th, at which point the next free games deal on the Epic Games Store, Death Coming, a twisted puzzle title. Oh my god. Twisted puzzle title. Woof. Inspired by Final Destination will kick in. As for Amnesia Rebirth, I'm stoked. Here's the quote to remember from creative director Thomas Britt. In horror, repetition is a deadly sin. You need to keep players on their toes at all times. We've had to twist expectations, refine old features, and up the ante on everything you've seen from us. We're in good hands. And by that, I mean we're totally screwed. Don't turn around. So, you get your free games, you get Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I'm pretty sure I actually already own it for some frickin' reason. I don't know. Yeah, I own and the Machine for Pigs. I don't know why I own these games. They're horror games. But, and then you also get the other, Crashland? I didn't actually see what this game was about. Because they don't really say anything about it in the article. But,
it's a crafting-centric action RPG about a stranded galactic trucker, is what they say in the article.
Yeah, that's literally all we're about.
I can't help but dance. It's a good song.
Right?
Battletoads Rat Race, too. See?
Come on now. Anyway, so, moving on. Nintendo is renewing Switch Online trial periods even if you have already redeemed one. So you're stuck at home, own a Switch, and didn't find the current Switch Online subscription service to be enticing enough for you to pay for it. You probably took advantage of Nintendo's recent free trial period, right? Well, thankfully, the publisher is renewing that trial even if you've already redeemed it, so you can play another week for free. Announced by the way of Nintendo of Europe Twitter account, the terms are simple. Enjoy 7 days of online play, 70-plus classic classic NES and Super NES games, and more with a Nintendo Switch Online free trial. You can enjoy this offer even if you've redeemed a free trial previously. Visit the Nintendo eShop on your console to get started. For those of you who aren't attuned in the ways of Switch Online, the banner above actually highlights all of its benefits, which I'm not going to do all that. First is online play, followed by NES and SNES bonus games, like cloud saving, mobile app use, and the dreaded mystery box.
I have no idea what they're talking about. What is the mystery box? What is it?
Sure. I have absolutely no idea what the dreaded mystery box is. Switch Online mystery box? What? Like an actual... I have no idea what they're talking about. No idea. Anyway, Switch Online has its ups and downs, with sometimes shaky service, Animal Crossing New Horizons being its most recent culprit, and inconsistent Retro Suite editions. While the SNES Suite was a second win for the retro game part, things have slowed down considerably in recent weeks. Right now, Nintendo has no real incentive to step things up, but free is free, even for a limited time. So, I mean... yeah, there you go. Sorry about that. So yeah, if you don't have Switch Online right now, you can basically go to your My Nintendo and get a week for free. There's a lot of stuff to be done for just having the Nintendo Online or the Switch Online, and it's only like, what is it, like $17 or $18 a year? It's not really even all that much for what it's worth.
I think it's like $50
or maybe I'm
Switch
looking at the
Online.
wrong thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing.
At least it could be the Canadian price, you know. So Scott's only paying like $30 or something.
Yeah, there's a lot to do. I mean, there are a ton of Nintendo games. There are a ton of Super Nintendo games that you can get. You know, basically for free.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's actually not that bad a deal for what it's worth. I mean, there's a lot to do. I'm trying to see if I still have my thing from Nintendo that said when my shit's running out. I don't think
Don't talk about your poop.
No, I don't think I have it still. But still. But anyway. So, moving on. Nintendo fixes the Pro Controller drift in the new update. But what about the Joy-Con? So the Switch Pro Controller slaps, and I've been using it weekly since it launched alongside of the system. Remember when we realized Nintendo etched a secret message into every Pro Controller? Good times. Sadly, over time, the Pro Controller has been hit with the same drift problems as the now famed infamous Joy-Con remotes, but Nintendo has a new fix for the phenomenon. Billed as a system update 10.0.2, the new patch does one simple thing. We have fixed an issue with Nintendo Switch console with the system menu version 10.0.0 or 10.0.1 does not set up a new Nintendo Switch Pro controller, sometimes causing incorrect joystick control. So that's the official term, huh? Incorrect joystick control? Well, a roast by any other name would prick your finger with its thorns. However you slice it, although many Joy-Cons are still drifting from the hardware perspective, the issue seems to address the Pro's woes on a software level. Specifically for new remotes setting up during versions 10.0.0 or 10.0.1, proceeding with a new update, we'll take this as a W. Alright, so what the hell is going on with Nintendo and their inability to make a controller correctly?
He used to be really good at it.
I know. It's like,
It's
here's to find it in my Nintendo, my NES. Let me just grab this here thing up here. Let me just bring this right on up here. This here is what we call a classic NES controller.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to point out the fact that it does not have data on backwards, so fuck it. This here is a classic NES controller. This thing was manufactured 30 years ago. You know what it does, Stefan?
Yep.
It fucking works.
Yeah, Scott, hold on to yourself for now. How about the rumble feature in that NES controller? How about the amiibo function in that controller? How about the wireless function of that controller? There's a dozen different things. I think the issue is that since they started working on the Wii, they tried to cram more and more crap into their controllers that they don't necessarily need. I'm sorry, but I'm not like super like upset when I don't have rumble in my controller. I don't know if people get like butthurt over that or not. I mean, sure, I guess. But I mean, if I don't have like my Pro controller, it's a third party one. The same people who make all of Nintendo's other controllers outside of their main Pro controller. Yeah, if you get this wired enhanced controller, it doesn't have the amiibo function and it doesn't have the rumble function. And I'm just like, all right, the Joy-Cons come with the amiibo function, so if I really need to use it bad enough, I can do that and then switch to my other controller again, if I need to do that bad enough, and I have done that for Animal Crossing. But other than that, like, do you really need that shit in there? Do you need, like, Rumble feature? Like,
you need something like this, that when it's 30 years old, it still fucking works. I'm just throwing that out there.
Mm-hmm.
See this here? See these buttons? They still feel like they're new. Even though this controller is 30 years old.
I think he's just trying to show off the skin on his controller.
I mean, I have the other controller. Yeah, look at my Castlevania controller skin. Shut up.
See? She knows.
Shut up. Yes, I'm trying to show off my skin. Shut up. But anyway, it still works. I mean, that's
But I mean, again, like, they have a lot more crap in these new controllers too. Plus, then there's the analog stick and all this other shit. So, yeah,
I mean,
there's.
Here, I'll show you something that doesn't have a skin on it. This motherfucker. You know what the buttons on this motherfucker does? They work. They still work.
No Rumble and no Amiibo function.
You want the Rumble feature? Oh, look, you catching a Pokemon.
Yeah, see? She's calling you out, Scott.
Let me show off shit. Pokemon Gold's in here, too.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
So shut up. But I don't understand. Oh, look at all this shit back here, boy. Oh, look at
Okay.
But anyway.
Jesus.
But the point I'm trying to make while filming some stuff, yes, is that these old things that didn't have all this complicated shit still works. And this is 2020. We're not in the mid-80s to like early 90s anymore.
Yeah.
We are in 2020. Get your shit together and make stuff that works.
Well, I mean, you've seen what happened when they... Oh, let's do an N64. Do you remember when that fiasco, when we first heard about the N64 controller and how big it was supposed to be?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was literally expecting the controller to be like 2 or 3 times the size of what it actually is? Yeah. That's what we were expecting. We were expecting something this big, like an arcade stick controller. And we got something that was, well, a W. And, I mean, other than that, the other thing was that, oh, it's our first time making analog sticks, so let's make them so that they basically break. And then they came along with the GameCube, and they finally perfected that. So,
and,
yeah.
Like, these things right here, these controllers right here, the ones that came with my Switch, are like the most problematic things that I've had in gaming ever.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it, because, like, I felt like when I bought a console in like 2019, I was going to have controllers that were just like, yeah, we're great, whatever. But it's like I said, these are like, while sitting in my hand in a perfect in like when I use this thing, you know, I like the way this feels. I really like the design of the controller. I just wish they fucking worked all the time. Or didn't work when I wasn't trying to make them work. You know what I'm saying? It's the same issue that I'm having with my PlayStation 4 controller right now. Because that's getting analog drift now too. So it's like...
Really?
What? Yeah. And apparently it's a huge problem. Like, you should have watched me yesterday trying to play Final Fantasy 15. I was having a wrestling match with my controller. And apparently, like, having like the right stick having analog drift, like, it's like you're sitting there with this, like this, the whole time.
You can't see it.
And it's like, oh, like you're sitting there with the controller, like you're doing this.
Yeah.
And just holding the button. There were times when I was doing this, and the screen was going that way. It's like, how though? It's like, what the fuck's going on? So it's like, I don't know. And this controller's less than a year old. That controller's less than a year old.
Yeah, that's strange. Maybe you need to recalibrate for that game or something, because that sounds really strange for it to just jump like that.
I don't know.
And at the same time, the only time I actually use the analog stick on mine And I don't use the right one as much as I use the left one, is for Rocket League, and I've never had an issue with it yet. But usually when I'm playing any other game, if I can, I don't know about you guys, but I always defer to the directional pad because I prefer the D-pad over an analog stick any day. I don't know if it's because I'm more old school or something, but I really do. I really am not a huge fan. I find that analog sticks, they do give you more movement, but sometimes on a 2D platformer, you don't want more movement.
Right. I will say that the only controller that I have ever not preferred the D-pad on is the GameCube controller, which I...
Oh, God, that thing was stiff, though, dude.
Okay.
That thing was stiff.
The D-pad's down here.
Like, and it's in a weird spot. But they never really made use of it.
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
But that was the other thing, they rarely used it.
It's impossible to use the D-pad down there.
I mean, that's like that. Actually, the other analog stick on that, they rarely use that.
C-stick?
Yeah, they rarely use that unless they had it for like fucking Zelda and Smash. Yeah, like I mean, unless it was specific stuff. Like, not every game really used it, and it was just kind of there or in the way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, so moving on, a little more game announcements. OddWorld, Munch's Odyssey, coming to Nintendo Switch in May. OddWorld Inhabitants Incorporated continues its quest to bring the classic OddWorld Adventures series to Switch. Previously noted by the ESRB back in January, OddWorld Munch's Odyssey is next in line for the Nintendo platform, which will launch digitally in May. Munch's Odyssey is the second release in the OddWorld quintology, beginning with 1997's PlayStation release, Abe's Odyssey. I actually haven't played this, so if I pronounce this wrong, please forgive me. When the Vikers, I will say Vikers, start harvesting hapless gabbets from the eggs of other organs, such as Gabbet, the titular Munch decided it's time to fight back. Utilizing a rusted wheelchair and accompanied by an original hero, Abe, Munch embarks on a quest to take down the Vikers' airborne fortress and liberate his species from their clutches. OddWorld Munch's Odyssey, which will feature HD visuals and 60 FPS gameplay, but otherwise seems to be a direct port of the original 2001's release. Munch's Odyssey will launch digitally on May 14th, with a physical release to follow later on in the year. In the meantime, OddWorld Stranger of Wrath HD is available now on the Nintendo Switch. So I've heard that these games are actually really good. I've not played any of them myself.
I haven't played any of them either, but I heard the same thing, more or less, that a lot of people do enjoy them.
The series, like the whole series, was really good. So, again, it might be something that other people are looking forward to because I think
they grew up the originals.
Was out on the
SNES.
What's that?
Was it PS or was it SNES?
I think the original was out on the PlayStation, beginning with 1997's PlayStation release of Abe's Odyssey.
Oh, okay.
So, back in the days of the PlayStation, I basically I played so much Diablo 1. Oh my god. Like, I played a lot of Diablo 1. I played a lot of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Like, my PlayStation 1 library wasn't really that big. It's because I just played the same games over and over and over again. Like, Diablo 1 and Symphony of the Night. That was, like... There were a couple other games in there, of course, but, whatever. Anyway. Moving along. Speaking of Streets of Rage 4, the limited edition collector pre-orders are going live May 1st. Limited Run Games has finally revealed its limited collector's edition for the brand new brawler Streets of Rage 4, which launches today on PC and consoles. This special set will be made available for pre-order on Friday, May 1st, and is expected to sell out in double quick time. Limited edition collector's edition includes a copy of the game itself in classic Sega Genesis style casing. Alternate steelbook packaging, a fake metal Sega Genesis cartridge, a soundtrack CD, art book poster, and a 7-inch diorama of heroes Axel Stone and Blaze Fielding. Best of all, this set includes a stress ball styled after a roast chicken. Yeah, this set will retail for about $150.
Jesus.
If you want in on this box set to be prepared to move fast, initial pre-orders for the limited collector's edition will open Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 ET, or no, at 7 a.m. I'm sorry, Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, and 1500 British Standard Time. Second batch will go live later in that day at 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 11 p.m. Sorry. That's 6 p.m. for Eastern, sorry. Players who previously purchased the Classic Edition are entitled to cancel their orders should they succeed in bagging a new set. Limited Run Games has suggested that the batch will sell out in a hot minute, literally, and that interested parties should ensure that they already have their accounts signed in and be familiar with the ordering process before pre-order opens. For more info on limited edition, check out Double Live. Streets of Rage 4 launches today, April 30th on PS4, PC, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Man, I mean, just for the Sega Genesis box alone, man. Just to have that sitting there.
I don't want to fucking talk about it, Scott.
No.
It's fun. There's a lot of the physical stuff comes out like this, and it's always just like there's always too much other stuff at the same time. So yeah, I can't afford to buy everything. Jesus,
I know. Especially this swole ass Alex. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Alex is huge in this game, by the way. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Compared to like his other Streets of Rage iterations, Alex got swole as. I keep saying Alex, Axel. Yeah, I kept it like I did that during my stream today. It's Axel. He got big, by the way.
Well,
boy's beefy now. But anyway,
he's noodles.
So there's a lot of stuff, man. There's a ton of stuff. Like it's just you get the game that you. Yeah, I'm talking about. I'm sorry. We said we didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, there's so much good stuff in this, dude. Like
I know. The Genesis box alone, and the metal Genesis, the metal cartridge, and
the stress ball chicken, the soundtrack, and the statue, and an art book, and a metal cart, and a fucking steel book, like and a poster, and a Genesis case, and a classic edition case, reversible cover, a premium box. I don't even fuck. $150.
Dude, do you see the fact that you can reverse the cover on the Switch for it to say bare knuckle? What the fuck? You can reverse it to say bare knuckle. Man, that's so cool. Moving on. So, remember how we were talking about Epic Games giving you all the free games and stuff like that? Epic wants you to do a little something for them. Epic has spent nearly a year and a half giving away free games weekly, sometimes daily, with no real catch apart that you have an account in the Epic's game store. For the next few weeks, there's going to be one more stipulation. Don't worry, it's not too burdensome, and it's actually a good internet habit anyway. Excuse me. Between now and May 21st, claiming a free game through Epic Game Store will periodically require that you have two-factor authentication turned on. That's not an unreasonable request. Excuse me. You have the choice of being delivered the 2FA security codes by an app, text messages, or email. What Epic describes as a minor inconvenience for some should actually be your standard practice with all accounts. But I'm preaching to the choir here, right? Y'all are smart enough to have 2FA enabled everywhere, right? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that should... I don't know. This seems like it's a good thing, and like... Yeah, you want your people to have their two-factor authentication. Sure, okay, whatever. But like requiring them to have it to be able to get stuff, it should be a choice, you know. But whatever. I mean, for what it's worth, here's what two-factor authentication requires you to do. okay? Log in, use your thing, okay? You hit this little thing, boop, there. You hit whatever code's there. That's all you gotta do. It's really not that hard. It's quite simple. It doesn't take that much time. Yes, I get it. It's an extra 5 seconds out of your day. I understand that. But you should be doing it. And there's a reason, Stefan, that I ordered these in the way that I did. Because your boy's a little dumb. Nintendo has confirmed that over 160,000 network IDs have been hacked and urges its users to take action now. If you haven't noticed, there's been a saga unfolding over the past few weeks regarding the sanctity of pretty much every one Nintendo Switch's online accounts. Slowly but surely, folks have been reporting unauthorized access to their accounts, either via straight logins or other whoa. I have no idea what that was.
Or other means.
What other means? Like extraneous purchase activity. Holy crap, I have no idea what that word is. After investigation, Nintendo acknowledged the situation a few days ago, but now, thanks to an official statement from their Japanese arm, we have a clear idea of what's happening. In short, more than 160,000 accounts have been compromised. Here's the rub. Obviously, your account could have been included in that batch, and you're likely already got a notification that someone has logged into your account. Log in now, click the Log Out All Devices option, reset your password, and enable two-factor authentication. If anyone purchased items without your knowledge, you can contact Nintendo to get those purchases canceled. Also consider just dropping a save payment option on your account entirely. To verify anyone used your account, check your login history with the Nintendo account interface. It's under Sign In and Security Settings. Clicking the link to check in your sign-in history is also the means which you can sign out all devices. If you didn't get a notification, the links seemingly aren't impacted. Change your password so that it's unique to your Nintendo account and enable two-factor authentication anyway. So what was accessed? Thanks to a translation from Twitter user Robert Sefazon, we have a clear idea. Nintendo notes that private information may have been accessed by a third party, includes your nickname, date of birth, country, region, and email address, as well as your full name and gender in some cases, if they access your Nintendo account rather than just your ID. No credit card information was released as part of the breach, according to Nintendo. The date of birth and email address leaks are really what's troubling here. If you aren't familiar with the term phishing, or the practice of social engineering, it's very easy to gain access to a number of other accounts from a single mark once that information has been obtained. If you were impacted, consider using a unique email for your Nintendo account or other major accounts you have access to as needed. It's a little annoying without a password tool to keep track of it all, but it could save your bacon. Good luck out there. The internet can be a dangerous place, so protect yourself as best as you can. So, your boy was part of that 160,000, by the way.
Oh.
Yes, sir. And I only found out about it yesterday.
Oh.
Because I went onto my Switch first to buy Streets of Rage 4. I'm like, I'm gonna get it on my Switch. Forget it. Whatever. So I get on there, and I see buy it now. I'm like, oh, cool, it's out already. I'm like, $37, man. That's a little steep, but alright, that's alright. So I get in there, and I start all the stuff and whatnot, and it's like, oh, you can't use that credit card. You're in the wrong region. I'm like, huh? What do you mean? So I go through and I look at the stuff again. I'm like, alright, is my card in there right? Yeah, my card's in there right. Can't use this card. You're in the wrong region. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I go out and I look at the price tag again. $37. I'm like, I don't understand. So I go onto my Nintendo and I'm like, alright, so what region is this thing thinking that I'm from? And go through all the login stuff, and I'm like, hey, it's SDK from Australia. I'm like, huh. Interesting. This goes along with the emails that I was getting, like, oh, someone was accessing your account. I'm like, yeah, I get that all the fucking time, like 6,000 times a day. Someone's trying to access your account, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this one says Australia. Huh. So, quick as lightning, your boy set up a new password and put on two-factor authentication. So, I'm suggesting to everybody who's listening to this right now, I would go do that on all of your platforms, because that scared the crap out of me. I like my money, and I like to stay where it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, go enable your two-factor authentication. I literally showed you how long it takes for you to be able to get into your stuff. It's literally turn your phone on, hit one button, and look at a number. It takes you 10 seconds. 10 seconds is going to save you every dollar in your bank account, potentially. I would say make sure you go and take care of that. So, the more you know. I don't have a sound effect that goes with that. Whatever. So, final thing we're going to be talking about today is the Uncharted movie. Has been moved forward. A movie I don't think anybody in a movie. Alright. Glad this is the last one. In a move I don't think anyone saw coming, Sony has announced that its big screen adaptation of Naughty Dog's Uncharted will now arrive ahead of schedule, having had its release date pulled forward from November 2021 to July 2021. This will no doubt come as a surprise to regular readers who have been aware of the trials and tribulation the project has gone through en route to theaters. Having been rewritten, recast, and rescheduled multiple times, all while passing through the hands of no less than 7 directors, Sony has consistently struggled to get the project out of the starting blocks. In fact, according to star Tom Holland, shooting was shut down on day 1 due to concerns pertaining to the COVID-19 pertaining. What the hell did I just say? Pertaining? Is that a word? I don't think that's a word. With no discernible end in sight to the global health crisis, it seems that Sony's decision to pull the troubled movie forward simply has to be a matter of penciled scheduling, rather than a full ink committal. Nathan Drake can't catch a break. Uncharted is scheduled to launch in theaters worldwide July 2021. How? Just how? How is that possible?
But look at that picture down there, CGI.
Maybe. I don't understand. I don't see how that's a possibility. So maybe that's the way that they're gonna go and do an animated style now instead of or an animation style instead of real life actors or something like that. But that would be the only way I could possibly think that would work, because it just doesn't make any sense otherwise. It just doesn't. So, all right, that'll do it for SDK's portion of the news. So once again, as always, I will torch the pass.
You're really good at making language, aren't you?
I'll torch the pass. I'll be like, oh,
torch the pass, torch the pass. Ah,
incomplete. 2nd and 10. I will pass the torch over to my co-host, OddWorld Gamer. And I believe.
Yeah.
I believe.
You do. I believe.
It is about that time.
Tis.
It's about that time.
Tis.
For it to be my favorite portion of the podcast.
Maybe.
It's your favorite portion of the podcast.
Sometimes.
It's anybody who has a slight grasp of the English language favorite portion of the podcast, which should include everybody that's not me. It is the best of Steam.
Big old steamer. Alright, yes, that is correct. That is correct. Also, a quick little mention, I am playing the beta for Mars Horizon, which apparently everyone else jumped on the beta as well. I seen this morning, everyone else is on it, Six is in it, Peter's in it, M4's in it.
Nice.
So, yeah, fun. We're doing that for Auroch Digital. It's a pretty fun game. It's a space agency simulator. So if you like Kerbal and stuff, you'll probably enjoy that. Anyways, Best of Steam.
Best of Steam.
We are starting out, Scott, with a game called Wildfire. Oh boy. It's coming out May 26, 2020. Master the Elements, this stealth game where everything burns. Use your elemental powers to start fires, freeze water, and move Earth as you outsmart superstitious enemies in this mischievous 2D stealth game. Indie stealth pixel graphics, platformer magic. Let's watch that trailer, though. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Burned too good. What the fuck's the matter with you?
Pretty good, right?
Oh. Ah.
Oh my god.
That was cool.
There's so much stuff with this, dude. Oh, 2-player.
Multiplayer? What?
Shared split-screen co-op, yep.
What the fuck? Wow.
Pyromaniacs, rejoice.
Yeah. Damn. Alright,
Right, so using all those different types of magic just to, like, different types of platforming, different types of attacks, different types of, like, puzzle solving, like, that was...
Woo. Yep.
Yay. Wish list.
Wish listed. Oh, yeah. Pitch to it.
No! So, yeah, that's coming out May 26th. No price under yet. Up next, we have Ashina, the Red Witch, Prologue. This is coming out May 1st, 2020. Story is about Ash, an ordinary girl who takes a journey through a mysterious spirit world filled with strange creatures. Ash must find her way back home before something else finds her. Casual adventure, story-rich, great soundtrack. Looks like...
There is no movie to it.
Oh, yeah, there isn't. Okay, so it looks like it's a very RPG Game Boy Color.
Yeah, I can see that.
But, like, really good Game Boy Color type graphics. Yes. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, looks pretty cool. And it has that best price tag on it, by the way.
That
I don't know.
It is for... Wait, there is no price tag on it.
Ashina the Red Witch Prologue definitely says free to play.
Oh, the Prologue, yeah. So, which means there's probably more games to come.
Probably,
I would hope so. I'm going to see if there's a trailer
get
for
that
it.
palate wet. Get the cerebral juices flowing so that you're like, hey, I want more of this.
Okay.
I'll buy the next one.
That was garbage. Let's see if Metacritic has a... No, they have nothing. Alright, that's good stuff. That's really good stuff. Alright, I'm going to wishlist it anyways, just because I want to see it when it comes out. Alright, next up. This is one that I was talking to Scott about from Destructoid. The Adventures of Ten and Till. It is A bullet hell shoot 'em up developed by Japanese Dojin designer Toro Nishino that features gorgeous lo-fi pixel art, challenging gameplay, on-the-fly character swapping, a unique shield mechanic, a risk-reward scoring system, and a moving soundtrack. Action, pixel graphics, bullet hell, arcade, 2D. Oh boy. Let's watch it. Oh, look, freaking Gundam. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my god. Enjoy, Scott.
Oh, look at that, all that bullet hell. Woo.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my god. That was, oh my god, dude. What?
Wee.
Oh my lord.
Where's your hitbox?
I have no idea.
I don't either. Oh my god. Bullet hell level Asian.
Oh my god, this is craziness. Alright, well, if you're looking for a bullet hell kind of found one. Oh my lord.
Yeah, like, jeez. Oh my god.
What?
That, wow.
The vertical horizontal one?
I know.
Oh my god, dude.
Damn, son. Whoosh.
I will not be wishlisting that. I don't want to play that because I would be so bad.
Damn. Woo.
Yeah, I don't see a price tag on this one either.
Holy hell.
So I guess it's not out yet.
I mean, god damn.
Yeah, that was intense for a bullet hell.
Oh.
Alright, and the soundtrack is pretty good too.
Yeah, it was. Not too bad.
Alright, our next game is... and I think we might have touched on this game once before. Outrider Mako. Take on the role of Mako on a quest to seek out and subsequently deliver her deliverables in this top-down view 2D action game. Jump on top of your enemies and slime them with goo to stop them in their tracks. Get those deliverables delivered. Excuse me? It's coming out in 2020. Action, indie, adventure, pixel graphics, 2D. Oh god, they have so many trailers. Let's watch the first one.
I don't think we've touched this yet. I don't know if we've touched on this yet.
For some reason, it sounds super familiar. I don't know why.
What the hell?
It looks fun.
Yeah, it does.
See, it's all that like little explosion things that make
Right.
it. It's just
Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
very satisfying looking gameplay.
Right?
So yeah, it's like a top-down 2D type game. Very action-based, obviously, and it's all action, like hand to hand, as opposed to like it's not guns and stuff, which is kind of nice for a change.
Right. Yeah.
And not an RPG, which is even also stranger. So, anyways, we're gonna move on to our next game, called Tonight We Riot. It's coming out in May 2020. A revolutionary crowd-based retro brawler. Indie action, violent, gore, beat 'em up.
Okay.
You ready for that trailer?
Yep.
Crude humor. I like it. Right up our alley.
Well, throw in global capitalism.
Ew!
But all that is about change.
Why? Oh. Oh!
Tonight we riot.
That's a bumping soundtrack, too. Whoa. Jesus. All right. And you know, I might have forgot to wish list some of the other games, so I will go back and do that during the time stamping. But I wish listed that one. It looks fun, but again confusing. So I guess one of those things where the more you play it, the more you probably know how to play it.
It feels a little weird, you know. You ever like look at a game and you're like, I don't know how I feel about this. Gameplay looks pretty fun, but I don't know how I feel about the subject matter.
Yeah, it's a little It's
like,
but I mean, hey, Mother Russia Bleeds, you know, super fun beat 'em up, but Jesus. Anyways, it's coming out May 2020. No price on it yet, so.
Yep.
The next one is One Dreamer Prologue. This comes out May 7th. One Dreamer Prologue is a story of a failed VR game developer who inadvertently inspired two young kids to follow in his footsteps. Program objects, solve coding puzzles, and discover the reason why Frank became a game dev in his emotional English voice prologue of One Dreamer.
Okay.
Trailer.
People always ask me, why are you making a game? And whether or not I think it's going to be successful. But the truth is,
there's something far more important to me.
Free on Steam. Ooh. I think someone should nab that up and play that on stream eventually. I'm going to put that on my wish list because it's coming out in like a week.
Right.
So it looks really good. I know the story-based stuff is not right up your alley by any means, but
right.
It looks really nice.
It does look nice, yes.
All right. Our next one is called Res Please. A puzzle platformer with a new twist on co-op and single-player gameplay. Solve puzzles, platforming challenges, and encounter dangerous monsters and traps that require you to kill and resurrect your brother to advance. Death is just part of the adventure.
Okay.
Wait, is this an MMO? I hope not. Adventure, indie, action, pixel graphics, puzzle. Alright, so let's go to the first trailer.
Rated teen.
Oh,
In
okay.
a world
Rated T.
of monsters and magic, a malevolent force seeks to disrupt the balance. Humanity's last hope is two wizards. Well, apprentice wizards. They must work together to save the kingdom. At least they have the power to resurrect each other.
Jesus.
If they actually apply themselves, they could be the next great dragon mages. Technically, that is a dragon. Forget it, we're doomed.
Alright. That looks fun.
That's pretty cool.
On to the wish list.
Yep.
So yeah, no, that seemed a lot more fun than I expected it to be.
That's pretty cool.
That's fun,
I
yeah.
like that. You literally have to kill your brother to be able to proceed in certain play. Like using his corpse as a platform.
Well, how else are you supposed to get over spikes?
That's pretty cool. All right, I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's awesome. All right, and our last game is called Inexistence Rebirth. It comes out the 22nd of May. Rediscover this great Metroidvania game in a brand new version with a lot of features and improvements. Run in a vast world full of mysteries and action. This Metroidvania-style game inspired by the classics of the 16-bit era.
Okay.
Action-adventure RPG, indie Metroidvania. Let's watch the trailer. Peggy 12. Oh, he said it too, okay. I was going to say, is there a soundtrack? Kind of. It's really quiet. What? Whoa. Whoa!
Oh, damn.
Okay. Okay. Excuse me, Jesus. Alright.
Yep.
Adding to the wish list, coming summer
Yep.
2020. Well, 22nd of May is what it says there, so.
Yeah. That definitely gives me some like Aria of Sorrow feels.
Yeah.
Like with the huge weaponry and like the big jumps and shit like that, and like using a whole bunch of different powers. Yeah, that definitely gives me an Aria of Sorrow feel, which is a good thing because that's one of the better Castlevania games. So, yeah.
So, you
Down.
can look forward to play that in about 3 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Alright, and we're going to move on to my news, starting with IndieRetroNews.com. And Lasagna Boy, horror spiritual successor in a Game Boy style. And if you see this, oh man, it looks nice. Super nice. Alright, so let's play this. And turn it down so we don't kill everyone. Lasagna Boy Classic was originally a fun Game Boy style stealth horror puzzle adventure where a lasagna delivery boy attempted to escape from a house full of grotesque monsters. These monsters, although deadly in nature, didn't compare to the disgusting and horrific look of Garfield. I mean, seriously, we'd seen a number of GIFs of this creation named as Gorefield multiple times on Twitter. In terms of Lasagna Boy, however, this is the spiritual successor to the original Lasagna Boy Classic as a short demo for Lasagna Boy. A game containing far better detail and hopeful look to a future full release.
Okay.
Oh God.
Oh, jeez.
There is a guy in the background.
Yeah, right?
Mr. Chesterfield. Okay.
This is pretty cool.
This is like 20 minutes long too, so yeah, so we won't go for forever or anything, but it looks really good.
Yeah, it does. Looks fun.
So I assume that this is probably either on Steam or, you know, on itch.io, so it's for PC. Okay.
That's pretty cool. I like it.
I'm beginning to think you had forgotten about me. So yeah, this is alright, so I want to play it. It looks good.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Jesus. Let's see.
Too many games, man. Too many games.
How about this? Crystal Caverns 2.
Really?
A charming little PC platformer by Ben James. If you want a new platformer that not only looks charming but has plenty of enemies and challenges to be had, then you might be keen. Ooh. You might be keen to play this game that was released this week called Crystal Caverns 2, developed by Ben James. a Windows game which is downloadable and playable online and is currently at a work in progress state, but still worth playing as it is a highly enjoyable little platformer. In the description, dive deep into 3 caverns full of loot and dangerous hazards, navigate pools of toxic sludge, spike traps, and marauding nasties. Find secrets and collect crystals and power-ups. The game features diamond collection, great level design, deadly enemies, bosses, and a cool soundtrack as well. Found a secret. Yeah, it's like a basic little platformer that's very, I don't know, not Metroidvania, but just a good little adventure platformer, really. Oh, and you have a boomerang? Alright.
This is pretty neat.
This is a 7-minute trailer as well. But it still looks really good.
Yes, it does.
And that's also on itch.io as well. Next up, Mr. 6, if you're still there. Space Quest, A Son of Xenon, an unofficial fan-made adventure prequel to Space Quest 1. Alright, so, love playing adventure games? Love those old King's Quest or Space Quest styles 80s graphics? Then Space Quest, A Son of Xenon, developed by Boston McShue, is just the game for you. According to the creator, A Son of Xenon is a non-profit fan-made adventure game and Space Quest prequel, with the look of Space Quest 3, which means 320x200 EGA graphics, a lot of dithering effects, while also having icon controls and advanced music. As noted by the forum post, the plot starts on Roger's home planet shortly before Space Quest 1, and we get to know our hardworking, smart Roger, a true son of Xenon. Roger spends the first part of the game, other chapters will follow hopefully, in his office and studio apartment. When Roger, ending up in a bar, meets a woman who is simply too gorgeous to be true, a story of love and betrayal unfolds, and so begins the story of Space Quest, A Son of Xenon.
There you go, Steve.
So, that is available at adventuregamesstudio.co.uk. Or you can probably just look up Space Quest, The Son of Xenon, and it will get you the same thing.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm the listener. And it really does look like traditional Space Quest.
Yeah, it does.
I'm actually hoping that you play that 6, because I would watch the shit out of that. Something that Scott might be interested in. Tiny Invaders, a small Space Invaders clone for the Amiga OCS ECS. Alright, so let's have oh god. Alright, apparently there is a small issue with the game. The game may kick you back to the menu when a certain round is over, as some say there's only 2 stages, while other have got to level 6. So, I'm not sure what's going on there. That soundtrack. I put the game in my pocket. Okay, let's get to the gameplay. Okay, ooh. Oh! Oh, it's so fast!
Nice.
Oh, and you can change your power-ups. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, dude, you better get... Yeah, I was gonna say, you better work on those dudes, because...
Oh, I gotta get the spaceship. Oh, I gotta get the spaceship. Oh,
you got
you
speed
missed the
now.
spaceship. What's the matter with you? Bruh. Gotta get the spaceship. It's worth a lot of exponent points. Yeah, you gotta go with the other ones.
Oh, you got him.
Them. Ooh, you knocked 'em off.
So, if they can actually get this to work properly, this could be a fun new Space Invaders game, because this looks great, dude.
Yeah, it does.
It's so fast. Oh, anyways, yeah. And the last thing we have from Indie Retro News is Gates of Integrity. a humble PC tribute to the original Bard's Tale 1. So, in Zuperdan's hand-drawn dungeon crawler wasn't to your liking, then how about this new game from Tarjan? Released for the PC Windows, it's Gates of Integrity, an impressive love letter and humble tribute to an all-time favorite game of mine, Bard's Tale 1. A game that was originally released in 1985 for all the popular retro systems of the time, such as the Amstrad, Amiga, C64, ZX Spectrum, and even the NES. The creator has said Gates of Integrity in his attempt to recreate the Bard's Tale-ish atmosphere while making sure the leveling is easier than the original Bard's Tale, but sticking to those old-school roots of saves just in a guild, and keyboard-driven interface such as it was in the 80s. If that wasn't enough, he also goes on to say you might lose quite a few heroes on your first steps into the dangers of the unknown, while the atmospheric soundtracks are from Derek Fletcher, the story maps dungeons are by the creator himself. Wait, work on those dudes. What?
We're talking about Space Invaders. You gotta work on those dudes.
Jesus. Good stuff. Alright. So, again, if you're a dungeon crawler person, you might want to have a look at Gates of Integrity. I'm looking at Blind Man's World and Wolfman.
Yeah. Looks pretty nice, too.
Indeed. Alright, and we have 3 articles here from Destructoid.com. The first being the ScourgeBringer. Just got a big update that's worth a look for roguelike fans. So we're going to play the trailer and turn it down so we don't die. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm not even reading, I'm just like watching the trailer and like... Sorry, jamming it to the soundtrack. Oh, okay, so an aerial-centric action roguelike game in early access for months now. The timing just hasn't worked out for one reason or another, but today's major update, The Living Walls, is an easy opening. I feel like I need to make you aware of this under-the-radar game. You may not play it yet. In fact, I'd probably still hold off for now, but you should keep tabs. ScourgeBringer is cool, but content limited, which is the main reason I've held off. It's to the point where I wouldn't necessarily recommend playing it yet, even though I've enjoyed what's here in early access. I'm confident that the final version will leave a lasting impression on action platformer fans. The Celeste-inspired dash-heavy movement in particular deserves a shout-out. Appreciate any game with combat that lets me stay off the floor more often than not. I also really dig ScourgeBringer's enemy designs, even if there aren't enough of them. It's fun to work out how to safely deal with them when they're alone, and which ones to single out when a room is full of different overlapping threats. The Living Walls update adds a new realm and a spider boss, 4 blessings, including the Hot Stuff, which slows down incoming bullets as long as the player is standing still, 4 skills, one of which, Concussion, leaves smashed enemies stunned for 50% longer if they hit a wall or another foe, 6 new Steam achievements, a bestiary to fill out, a lore and lore breadcrumbs to unearth from old world computers. Hey, they got my computers. Nice. I was wondering whatever happened to those. I just threw them out. I didn't think they were going to do anything, but that's cool. A few more substantial updates like this, and ScourgeBringer will be in a much better place. On that note, 2 more zone-adding updates are planned for 2020, the latter of which promises the endgame with adjustments to the difficulty for both starting players and post-game experts, as well as adding more build options. You can scope out the early access roadmap for more details.
Nice.
The game is a little cheaper than normal, at $11.99 instead of $14.99 right now on Steam. We covered this before. ScourgeBringer looks like a fantastic game, but they're right. If it's still lacking on the content and finalization, then I mean it is an early access, so you kind of expect that. So I mean it's the same thing with anything in alpha or beta. You expect it not to be finalized because they're still working on it. They want to keep making it better. So
still, I mean, just by like the small little snippet that we showed before, the game looks pretty fun. It also looks like it's like amazingly like nerve-wracking too.
Did you? I don't know if you heard the soundtrack, but if that soundtrack is what they had for the game, if you're a metalhead, you're just gonna love it. I'm serious. That was head banging, dude.
I'm gonna stand still and just listen to music for a while. Don't mind me, guys.
All right. So the next thing we have here is Indivisible has abruptly launched on a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I saw this.
All
I
right.
actually saw this on the when I was going to buy Streets of Rage. I saw that. I'm like, wait, Indivisible's on the Switch?
No one was expecting it. Just all of a sudden it showed up. So, fans waiting for a Switch port of Lab Zero's Indivisible were pleasantly surprised today when a digital release suddenly materialized without warning. While retailers have listed a June 30th release date for some time, it seems that the attractive action RPG is available to purchase from the Nintendo eShop right now. Released on PS4, PC, and Xbox One back in October 2019, Indivisible tells the emotive story of a headstrong young girl, Ashina, on a quest to seek out those who brought ruin to her homeland. Along the way, Ashina meets a cavalcade of interesting and bizarre characters who join our hero on her long and hazardous journey to confront the villainous Ravener. Oh my god. Ravener. Oh my Jesus. There's like two N's and another A and an N and an R again.
It looks like Ravananar.
Ravananar. So,
There you go.
we gotta watch this trailer because I just know we gotta watch this. Okay!
Oh, okay.
He said, let's go. We're going. Where are we going? Oh shit. It's an anime. Oh shit. Okay. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, have you not seen Indivisible before?
No!
Oh, really? I could have sworn we talked about it. We might have talked about it in the podcast a while back. I know that like Indivisible's been in development for a while.
Scott. Oh.
It looks really good. It's an RPG too.
Oh.
Like, for me, it's like, oh.
Oh my god. This looks so good.
And there's a lot of unique characters.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a while since I felt like this about an RPG game, like a new type of RPG series. So, oh shit.
Yeah, look at all the characters that they come from.
Oh damn. Okay. Yes, please. I would like to have now.
I mean, it's on the Switch right now. It surprised the hell out of me because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get Streets of Rage. I'm gonna look at some other. What? Indivisible? Since when?
The eShop edition is seemingly an older build of the game, thus does not feature recent post-release editions such as the co-op, couch co-op, and New Game Plus modes. It seems that many people were unaware that this release was incoming, and as such, information regarding build updates is currently unavailable. Okay, that's fine. If it doesn't have that stuff now, that's fine, but it also means that it will come.
Yeah.
So,
funny thing is like for the cover art for it, it wasn't the correct cover art.
no?
No, they had the wrong cover art for it.
Nice.
I'm like, all right, what the hell?
Well, it looks good. I want to play it.
Indivisible looks really, really good. I mean, I think it's been out on PC for a while now.
Yeah, October 2019.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what? Jesus, that's over 6 months.
Yeah. It looks really good. So.
Oh, yeah, I want. All right, and the last article I have here from Destructoid is Animal Crossing Dataminer uncovers Tarantula Nerf possible new Leaf feature. All right, so there's some spoilers marked below. If you don't want to hear them, don't listen. Twitter user Ninja continues to tear through the Animal Crossing New Horizons code and has found yet another nerf following the reduction of monthly bank interest. This time, Nintendo came for the bugs. Seemingly not happy with the forced tarantulas to spawn trick, a lot of bug spawn rates have been nerfed, especially said tarantulas and scorpions. While several creatures like butterflies and moths have been hit, tarantulas and scorpions take the brunt of the alteration, with decreases across the board. You can find the full chart below. I was looking through this. It is actually very terrible. A lot of the usual insects that you would normally catch in the middle of the day are rarely seen now. So instead of getting peacock moths, like, you know, a dozen of them in like an hour, you're going to get like 2. Alright. So, thank you for the big chart there, Dad. Alright, so this feature, also spotted by Ninja, concerns something that could be coming over from New Leaf. While the data isn't concrete, Ninja has been following the possibility of the Dream Suite porting over to the new game. In short, players craft their own Dream Suite, quite literally, where they can invite other players to chill. It's a relatively new but beloved feature by some fans. Ninja notes that in the 1.2.0 update, the string of code actor not dreamland was added, with modifiers such as upload or get ID indicative of the online functionality of the Dream Suite on 3DS. This is pretty sufficient evidence to show that Nintendo is laying the groundwork for it and possibly even testing it bit by bit. Maybe New Horizons will eventually catch up with its predecessors, it just might take a while. And someone has like a Guy Fieri fucking rug down. And I'm like, why? What is up with everyone loving Guy Fieri? I don't understand at all.
Man, gonna take me to Flavor Town. What the hell's not to like, man?
I don't want to go to Flavor Town.
Boy, like,
I don't want to go to the grocery store and make,
my oldest
Mountain Dew soup.
She has like a Hollywood crush. I don't know what the hell you call it. And Guy Fieri's it. Don't ask me why. Like what it is about Guy Fieri she likes. But it's like her Hollywood crush, and I'm like, of all the people,
Guy Fieri.
Like really? Okay. I don't claim to understand it, but yeah,
apparently your daughter likes dudes from their like mid 90s. Mid to late 90s with their frosted tips. Oh.
Got me. Maybe she just likes guys that can cook. I don't claim to understand it. She's a teenager. I'm sure she'll get over it eventually.
Maybe.
Or not. Who knows?
That's been her crush since she was 10.
Jesus. Oh, God.
It's still a thing? Oh, my God. I don't claim to understand women, man. I just don't. That's some things, dude.
Hey, we like weird shit too, dude. You can't say it's just women.
Yeah, but Guy Fieri, we understand, is like, dude, what the fuck? Like, how old are you, man? Like, what the fuck? I'm just saying. I understand that, but I am also gonna sit here with 100% certainty and to understand that I don't understand women. I don't get it sometimes. There are some things where it's just like, I don't know. Like, even the cat's female for fucking in my household. I mean, Jesus. I'm just saying.
So, yeah. We got some shitty stuff that happened with the insects. We'll see. It looks like they've nerfed other stuff too. Like,
yeah, you see that chart. Everything in red in that chart has been nerfed. I mean, take a look at the peacock butterfly and how that got.
That got destroyed. Whereas peacock butterfly from 27 to a 5 rate, and I'm like, what? You basically then hold on now. What was the tarantula? Because we'll just. Okay, the tarantula was a 3 rate, okay? They're putting the peacock butterfly as a 5. What?
Down to 2.
Oh.
So, for those of us that don't know what's going on here, what do the insects do?
Money. You sell them, you get money. So, of course, people were catching a bunch of insects and making money. That's what you're supposed to do in game. Do you not, like, I don't know if Nintendo doesn't understand, like, we can do this with turnips. We can, like, it doesn't matter if you nerf this. We can still do turnips. Like, not only that, but some of the stuff in game, like I've bought 2 arcade cabinets, one being a quote unquote fighting cabinet, the other one being a mahjong. They were 64,000 each. I bought this thing that like displays a kimono on it. It cost 220,000 for one piece of furniture, dude. Like some stuff is super expensive, and I don't understand. I don't understand why they'd have to, like, some stuff, sure, like other stuff I don't even understand. Like, were people really going after the Atlas moth a lot? Because if I remember correctly, in all the other Animal Crossing games, they were not worth shit.
That, like, look like dragon butterflies they're going from like 40 down to 7. Like, holy crap!
Yeah, it's
those are huge nerfs, man. Those are gigantic.
Oh, yeah.
The Emperor butterfly looks like it's like 10 to 5.
And they increased the spawn rates of the shitty ones, like a common and yellow butterfly and tiger butterflies, and paper kites have went up by 2, which is strange because they're still worth 1,000.
It seems weird.
So I'm gonna go to our last article, which is actually brought to us by Indie Games Plus. Shinobi no Dokutsu needs ninjas who can really hustle. Alright, Shinobi no Dokutsu is a test of your ninja abilities, tasking you with getting through a series of lethal hazards as fast as possible to prove how great you are. You just attained a high rank as a ninja. Now all you need to do is get through this spooky cave, and you're all set. You've got all the skills to do it. You can cling to walls, run on the ceiling, swing a sword, tuck and roll, ballroom dance in an aggressive manner, and leap several times your height. Shouldn't be a huge problem for someone with all those skills. Still, we've seen many a ninja fall to an errant bird, so things might not be too easy for you. Let's have a look at this, because this sounds like it's a puzzle platformer that's going to be like a pain in the butt. Can I have please? And this is available on itch.io as well. Jesus. What? It's so loud.
Yeah, it is.
There's one thing that was nice about Mars Horizon. As soon as I turned it on, it wasn't loud. I was like, finally. Indie devs that don't want to kill you. Oh, what's that weird floatiness, though? Okay.
So is this just Ninja Trading Simulator?
I guess so.
Whoa, walking on the ceiling?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, this is interesting. Kind of like...
It's a ninja puzzle game, dude. I mean, how can you not like it?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. It's like the fact that there's no music at all.
Yeah, I mean, worst come to worst, at least you can throw on Winamp or VLC and just listen to some tunes.
Right.
Or, sorry, I'm probably being too old school. Throw on a playlist from YouTube and fucking not watch the video at all.
Right.
Alright, so yeah, I'm not going to leave this out because it's an actual gameplay for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But obviously it's going to get harder and harder as you go through. But it looks fun and interesting. Again, it's more of a puzzle platforming game with, I guess, people looking for the fastest speeds. I can see speedrunners wanting to play the crap out of that. Alright.
I two-cycled the one with the knives in the water, man. Two-cycled it.
I two-cycled it. Hey kid, I'm a computer.
Stop over download.
Alright, so up next we have our Kickstarters. We have 3 tonight, and they're a little different. We'll just take a look.
Right.
First one we're starting out with is Protodroid Delta. It's a 3D action platformer set in a beautiful solar punk world with a hopeful yet non-utopian vision of the future. They are looking for 27,737, or currently at 10,870, with 33 days to go. Let's have a watch.
I am Delta, a protodroid.
Oh. Hide the wallets. Never. Apparently this is supposed to feel a lot like Mega Man X. Or it was inspired by or something like that.
So you're another Protodroid? Like me? ¡Qué emocionante! I always assumed I was the only one.
You cannot allow the worthless lives of a few gang leaders to jeopardize the safety of thousands of civilians.
Life
Sure.
and death isn't yours to decide. We will find another way. In order to win, I must grow stronger. Ay, mija.
Huh.
The blade is looking weak. Come, vamos. I will teach you my techniques.
She will be the change.
Alright. Okay. Here's the thing about this. It looks pretty cool, don't get me wrong. I like the voice acting. Voice acting's really nice.
Yep.
If you were going to emulate any Mega Man game, why would you emulate Mega Man X8? Why would that be your choice?
No, Mega Man X.
I hear what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
I hear what you're saying.
You're saying EXE.
No.
Oh,
I'm saying
okay.
Mega Man X8.
Oh.
It's in the style of Mega Man X8. Okay. I'm going to give this game the benefit of the doubt. Because it looks really cool. Mega Man X8 to me, it was that game that's like, I don't know why they did it. Like, even X7 was really questionable too. But it looked cool. It sounded good.
Yep, I mean, from the few the video that we got looked really good. The few gifts that we have here, it looks fairly nice as well.
I'm seeing like when they're like, oh, they're doing the discover the upgrades. Guys, please change the name of her arm cannon.
Yeah.
Because calling it the Buster Cannon is just asking for it.
Yeah, it's blatant.
You are literally asking for Capcom to just stick their nose up your ass and go, what is that called? It's called the what?
Yeah.
Like, just if you guys do anything, please change that name. Otherwise, I would be okay with giving this game a chance.
Oh, God, yes.
Like I said, I kind of wish it wasn't like in that same Mega Man X8 fashion.
Mm-hmm.
But if the game's good, the game's good. You know? So when it comes out, I may very well give it a try. I mean, November 2021, not that far off, so...
Mm-hmm. And it looks like $15 US, 21 Canadian gets you a copy of the game and special thanks in the credits. And then you have a relief pack, which is $18 or $25 will get you the same thing plus the soundtrack and a Year Zero mini comic book, the digital release. And there's 250 of those, so they're limited. But yeah, they have a lot of different stuff. Let's see what they have here. Early access to beta builds. Acrylic chibi charm, your choice from the 3. Sticker packs. Tribute armor packs for in-game. Protodroid magnet. Protodroid t-shirt. Let's see what else they got here. Seeing if there's any other physical stuff that they might have. Oh, your custom solar punk prop placed in game. Well, yeah, and that's a lot of it's other just backer stuff, just smaller backer stuff for like in-game Discords, extra copies, extra stickers, extra charms and stuff. So, but I mean, yeah, even the stickers are well done too, just like the stuff from the game, really. Oh, and the magnet's actually pretty big. They show it there on like a fridge. That's decent. So is the shirt, for that matter.
Interesting. And like they have the voice actress for the main character who's done voices for like Tokyo Ghoul and Black Clover and shit like that.
Yeah.
So That's saying something.
So yeah, maybe you might want to go to Twitter and at Adam Kareem and say, hey, maybe you should just rename the Buster Cannon to like the Arm Cannon or something.
Yeah,
just so he doesn't have to worry about the, like you said, the whole Capcom. I mean, I know I love Mega Man 2, dude, but you gotta be careful.
Especially with like companies like that you don't want to mess with is like Nintendo and Capcom and Konami. It's those three. Those three.
And Namco and Koei Tecmo.
Well, yes, but I'm talking
and
about
Rockstar.
Those three specific games right there, those three companies, Nintendo, Capcom, Konami, those guys are super huge on keeping their nose up everybody's asses so that people aren't making money off of stuff that is even close to their stuff.
Yeah.
Those three companies you got to be careful of. So, just careful, okay? That's all I'm saying.
All right, and we're going to go to our next Kickstarter, which is called Weaving Tides. It will load up. There we go. All right, ride dragons in patchable world made of magic and textile in this Zelda-esque puzzle adventure game. They are looking for 27,117. They're currently at 5,862. And 29 days to go. Gonna have to reload the page. Apparently the trailer just does not want to load. That's good stuff. I'm also gonna reload that one on the other page just in case. Anytime now.
Once we get this trailer going here, there's something that I'm like, I desperately want people to listen to me about.
Whoa.
That's neat.
Oh, this looks really good. Like it has that Nintendo, like Yoshi's Woolly World kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
Like good detailing on like just the threads that you're doing. Holy crap. Okay, so there is some actual action to this too.
I like it.
Yeah, dude, it looks good.
Even tides, yeah. That's it's something that's very important when it comes to gaming nowadays, and it's different.
Yeah. But not like weird different. It's like it fits what a lot of people, like I said, if this was on Nintendo, I would not be, and they are putting out a Switch version as well, besides Steam and Apple and Windows, so, but yeah, I'm not surprised, because this looks like something that should be on the Switch.
Mm-hmm. So, here's the thing that gets me, and I really wish people would stop doing this, okay? Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, alright? If I want to support you, it's because I want to see your game, and because I want to see, what you have in mind for your video game. You know what? I threw out your context, and I'm just like, not yours, but like the Kickstarters. And I watched the video, and I wanted to make a decision on it on my own. Okay? These people who are making these new games, y'all need to listen to me. Stop comparing yourself to Zelda.
Yeah.
Stop doing it. Stop it. Because, first of all, that didn't feel like Zelda to me at all.
No, I can agree with that as well.
It did not feel like Zelda.
No.
You do not need to put that in the title or the subtext of your Kickstarter to get people's attention. Let your game do it. Because you know what? I would honestly say that I would be just as interested in this game, even if you didn't compare it to Zelda. It's just a little pet peeve of mine. It's like everybody thinks that they have to compare themselves to Zelda. I don't understand that.
But, unfortunately, Scott, these people actually give you reasons as to why these inspire them. So, an epic adventure filled with challenges, like in The Legend of Zelda. A beautifully crafted story and lush, vivid environments, like in Bastion. Creative puzzles and witty interactions with your surroundings, like in Tearway. So they're more or less saying that they're getting their inspirations from it, not that the game is like it. Which I can understand what you say, because a lot of games do that, and that's annoying. It's nice and all that you want to like grab the Zelda fans, but there's diehard Zelda fans that are just gonna simply look at me like, nah, this is not Zelda. I mean, look at Moonlighter. Is it like Zelda? Because it has dungeons? I mean, okay. But I mean, other than that, like, there's a lot of things about it that's not like Zelda. You don't run a shop in Zelda. You don't collect all those things to resell and to make new things in Zelda. Like, there's, you know what I mean? Like, again, like, oh, well, this game has a character with a sword, so it's like Zelda. Like Zelda. No, it's not.
I would much rather you let your game do the talking for you.
Yeah.
If you were to just show me that as a preview, I would be like, yo, that's pretty cool. I can't compare that to anything else because it's unique.
Yep.
And that, I think, is a much better way to display your game, especially something with a like design and idea as unique as this thing is. Don't compare yourself to anybody else, because your game isn't like anybody else, and that, I think, is a good thing.
Yeah, I agree as well.
It will jump out far more and be far more interesting if you just show me the game and just show me, wow, this is unique and I really like this, and I really want to look into this because it's unique. Not because it's like Zelda, because it's like nothing else.
But again, I'm quite happy that they are one of the few people who I've ever seen that actually listed, you know, their inspirations and why they feel like it was inspired. Yeah. Which is nice, because, like I said, now it's not saying that their game is like Zelda. It's saying that it draws inspiration, which is good.
So I would think that this would be like a, and don't call it a Zelda-esque. Call it a Zelda-inspired puzzle adventure.
So, and again, this is not an attack on the.
Oh no! I implore everybody who might be listening to like the VOD or the recast or anything like that, go check this out. Because I honestly think it's a very beautiful game. Like, aesthetically, it's great. And it is unique to the point where I would like everybody to come and take a look at it, because it's something that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
And I think that would be worth the time alone. So I would go check this game out, Weaving Tides.
It looks really cool, dude.
It looks really, really great. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying, you know, developers of Weaving Tides. I'm not trying to berate, you know, anything that you've said or anything like that. I'm just saying, don't compare yourself to Zelda. You're Zelda inspired, but you're not Zelda-esque. Because your design here for this game is very unique, and I like it a lot.
Yeah.
So go with that.
Indeed. All right, so I've been looking through all the different sorts of gifts and stuff here. So it looks like, let's see, trying to see where. Oh, here we go. So for €14 or 22 Canadian for me, you'll get a copy of Weaving Tides for PC or Mac, as well as wallpapers for desktop, mobile, and other goodies, campaign exclusive updates, and your name in the credits. Let's just see what other backer stuff they have here. Ooh. So you can get a digital copy of Weaving Tides for Nintendo Switch for $29 or 19 euros. Excuse me. A physical sticker postcard, pre-launch access, digital copy of Weaving Tides art book, digital copy of the OST. Let's see what else we have. Just trying to see more of the physical. Weaver enamel pin. You get to choose a design, either Killam, Twill, or Loose. Lucy, probably. Loose. You're loose.
Loose boys.
Oh, a physical copy of the Weaving Tides art book, numbered and signed.
Ooh.
That's kind of nice. I like that. Let's see. The pin, all 3 designs. Physical iron-on patch. Digital copy of the art book. Let's see.
Wow.
Design a ribbon. Your a name or message in the game. Yeah, they've got a lot of stuff. Holy crap!
Yeah, they do.
Painted portrait. Whoa,
Yeah.
that's pretty. And there's only there's only 8 of those too. So
2 of them are gone already.
yeah, design an NPC.
So yeah, I mean, this
Office
looks
tour?
really cool.
Jesus.
This is a very unique design.
Yeah,
And for anybody who might be interested, there's a demo available.
yeah, yeah. It looks like I said. This looks like it should be a AAA title on the Nintendo
Yeah,
Switch.
absolutely does.
It really does. So yeah, I know for people who are listening only, you should probably go and have a watch of the trailer. It's a very unique looking game. You're basically riding different sorts of dragons that have almost like these ribbon tails on the back for their tails, and you use that to patch up parts of the world by like weaving into the other ribbons in the world. You can also use it to go under and back into the world itself so that you can wrap around enemies to keep them down or to destroy them, kind of thing. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so our last Kickstarter for the night is called Abs versus the Blood Queen. A spooky 2D side-scrolling adventure set in the Killer Queen universe. It's they're looking for 45,766. They're currently at 29,489 with 21 days to go. Oh wow, it's almost on 0 and it's still out. This is a bit of the world's only top 10 player game. What?
What?
Why my shirt? You gotta hear the music in the background for it. It's like elevator music.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. Tricky Traps. Jesus, this game seems very unique as well.
The queen. And didn't we at some point go over Killer Queen? I think we may have talked about that game in like a previous podcast, like not too long ago.
Pretty sure we have, yeah.
I didn't realize that had a 10-player cabinet.
Yeah. Apparently they've put over 150 Killer Queen machines in arcades, bars, and rec rooms across the country.
Really?
Oh my god. So, just a heads up, Humble Bear, if you need to get one of those machines out somewhere, I can make room somewhere. I'll find it. Don't worry. I can sleep on it.
What the? They're making an arcade cabinet for this thing?
So, they've temporarily shifted focus to creating a Killer Queen game for you to play at home while you're isolating. So, anyways, yeah, this looks like a lot of fun.
Huh.
Let's see.
I want to ride the snail.
Yeah, really though. My God, that was way too funny, dude.
Oh my God, that's really cool. But
so you get a copy for 14 US, 20 Canadian.
yeah, that's not bad.
Nope. Let's see. In-game graffiti. Steam key for Killer Queen Black. Bumble bundle. Digital collection of 5 of our weird experimental prototype warts and all. TV Party, Mars Rover, Defendroid, Space Chums, and Kill Monkey Kill. So you get a bunch of games there for jeez. Let's see, a poster, arcade marquee, really. That's kind of cool. A fight stick, oh, all right. An arcade cabinet for 5,000 US, and you can have your own cabinet. Jesus.
Yeah. They had cabinet number 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's already gone.
Oh, I would imagine.
No, I'm sorry. The prototype cabinet number 0.
It's not gone yet. 1 left of 1. It's still there. Oh no, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, cabinet number 0. The prototype cabinet for it has already been backed for $9,000.
Wow. Wait, $9,000.
Yeah.
And how much are they back for? So
Jesus,
that's almost a third of what they
I know
of what they have right now. Holy crap!
That's awesome for them, though. I mean,
yeah, dude. Oh, having that's such a cool backer thing. Oh, we got arcade cabinets. I want an arcade cabinet. I don't want so much things. God damn it. Okay, you know what? We're done.
games.
Oh, so many good games. That's the best part of it. So
this is a very good week for games, man. Very good week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that. What else can you say, man? It was a good week for games. Good week for games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try my best for not to gush about a certain game anymore. I'm gonna know that. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming by for the podcast this week again.
Indeed.
Thanks for everybody who's here, for everybody who's listening to the VOD and all that, or the recast or all that stuff. Thank you very much for being here. Once again, would like to thank the outlets for my articles, which is, as always, VG247 and Destructoid.com.
Oh, excuse me. And I would like to thank, Steam, and also Indie Retro News, Indie Games Plus, Destructoid.com, and Kickstarter.com. Mm-hmm. And tonight we are going to be hosting up Mr. Yogidamonk. He's currently playing La Mulana 2. I'm addicted to watching him play as well. He's up to 96 hours right now of playing the game on hard mode. Yeah, and blind. So it's his first time playing. He's playing in hard mode. Yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah, we're going to hit up Yogi tonight.
All right.
And thank you all for joining us. It was a good evening. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and we will see you again in a week's time from now. So, have a good night, and I'll see you later. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.